Hey everybody, Ryan. Movies with Ryan. Back with another unboxing. I know. Tired of unboxings. So am I. I just keep ordering stuff. I haven't been able to get it out much to do many other videos. Really haven't had time. Movies and music. I got records. I got movies. We're going to open them up. Stay tuned. See what I got. All right. Like I said, got packages. Best Buy, Groove, and Barnes and Nobles. And then I got some stuff from a couple record places. I think I got Get On Down Records, Turntable Labs, and some other record place I've never delivered to. And we're going to start with that one first. If you notice, it's already open. So this was set to be delivered a couple weeks ago. I got back home at nighttime. It was dark. I opened up the garage. I pulled in, got out, and this package was laying on the ground. I thought I ran it over. FedEx, for some reason, instead of putting it in my front door, put it in front of the garage door, and when my garage door opened up and I didn't see it at nighttime, it fell inwards. Luckily, I missed it. But there are 2 records in here. I was not happy about that. And again, who is this from? youdiscovermusic.com. Never heard of them before, never used them. They started showing up on my Instagram feed. Figured I'd check them out. And they did have 2 records that I wanted to pick up. First one, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Let's face it. Yes, ska music. This has the impression that I get. I used to rock the crap out of this CD back in the day. Probably their best well-known album. Love them. So Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, that's the first thing. Second thing, I've owned 3 different copies of the CD. I have wore it out, scratched it up that much. I just wore it out. This used to be my favorite band back in the day. Still in my top 3 of all time. But that is the Eels. Beautiful Freak. This is the very first album by the Eels. Now the frontman, Mark Oliver Everett, or E, had 2 solo projects before this, 2 solo CDs, but this was the first band-driven record. I love this one. Big hit from this, Novocaine from the Soul. If you watched MTV back in the mid-90s, you know this band. But the Eels. So that is my 2 pickups from You Discover Music. Next, Turntable Labs. We're joined by Stab and Steve. Stab and Steve is a hard worker. He never gets tired. He's always here with me, getting the work done. Ooh, let's see. Got some stuff in here. Let's see. Got a sticker. I've never gotten a sticker before. Turntable Lab Records. That's cool. Stick that over the rest of my stickers. Got a booklet. Cool, with another sticker in it. I'll have to check that out and see exactly what it is. It looks like maybe stuff you can order. I'm not too sure. And then a little, what is this? Oh, it's an advertisement for a company that makes little stands for record players and records. That's cool. I'll check that out. Here's my invoice. Looks like I got 4 things in this one. Now, Turntable Labs, like any reputable record dealer, post new drops every week of what's coming out. They had an album that caught my eye, so I had to get it. Which way are we going? We'll go this way. We'll start with this one. This was not it. This was one of my favorite CDs, favorite bands back in the 90s. Again, I'm trying to collect those records, those CDs I used to just jam back in the day, back in the 90s. That is White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000, of course, Supercharge of Heaven, More Human Than Human, 2 big hits off here. Love this album. So glad I got it in the collection. Next, Danger Mouse, CeeLo, Gnarls Barkley, Saint Elsewhere, another album. Just every day I used to listen to this. Saint Elsewhere, Crazy, Transformer, Just a Thought. Just this whole album is awesome. If you've never listened to Gnarls Barkley, I know people have problems with CeeLo now. If you've never listened to Gnarls Barkley, please do. Check them out. Love this record. Another album. Hole. Live Through This. Courtney Love's band. Kurt Cobain's wife. This has, let's see, Miss World, Doll Parts, and Rockstar, I think, was the other big release off this. But I didn't know they actually released this on vinyl. I was on there, seen it. This was one of the ones that's a new release. I had to pick it up. And finally, from Turntable Labs, I just feel like this is a weird unboxing. I don't know. The Sugar Cubes. Like, who the heck's the Sugar Cubes? They are an Icelandic band from the late 80s? 87, 88? But they were co-fronted by Bjork. This was the band Bjork was in before she went on her solo career. Now, I couldn't tell you who the other lead singer and all of them were. Let's see. Bjork, voice and keyboards. Bragi, bass. Inyor Orn, voice and trumpet. Siggy, drums. Thor, guitar. Yeah, so that's the band. But Life is Good. Sugar Cubes. There is some very old grainy videos on YouTube of them doing some performances. They're awesome. It's Bjork. I had to pick it up. There's also like the best of album, I believe they also have available for this. So this is just basically their first album. So had to pick it up. Want to check it out. Love me some Bjork. Why not have the Sugar Cubes? Moving on. Get On Down music. Get On Down is where I get most of my rap, hip-hop albums from. They usually have a good selection. And I've got looks like just 4 things in here as well. Box down. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I forgot. I went nuts on this. Yeah. I didn't go nuts on it. I picked up 2 Sarface albums, the other 2 that I needed, and this is The Odds Are Against Us, so Sarface. I love these album covers. They're so colorful and comic-like. Of course, a lot of this stuff is based on comics. There's the back of it. So that's the first one. Some Sarface. And then I picked up, oh no. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's what I thought. They were stuck together. Sarface. Every Hero Needs a Villain. That was 2. And then the last album, I did not have a Sarface. Sarface meets Ghostface. And that is Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang. Of course, if you know Sarface, it is Inspector Deck from the Wu-Tang, L7, and some other guy. Forget his name now. But, yeah. So 3 Sarface albums. Next, a reissue of probably one of the best albums of all time. Maybe. Yeah. 30th anniversary. There we go. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it's 25 or 30. So 30th anniversary of Del the Funky Homo Sapien. No Need for Alarm. I don't remember if this was originally... I don't think this was originally on Rhyme Sayers. I think this was before he got on Rhyme Sayers. I believe this is his first solo album. But Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Can't wait to check that out. I haven't heard this album in forever. And finally, to round out the records. I'm sorry, folks, if you don't like records. This is the 10-year anniversary. I did not own this Aesop Rock album. I own the CD, but not the album, and that is Skeleton. And these are supposed to be red. Yeah, it's Aesop Rock. 10 years. Big old bifold special edition thing. Had to have in the collection. So that's going to do it. That's all the vinyl I picked up. Normal vinyl. We're going to move on to movies. First thing, we're going to go with Groove. So I seen people on Instagram getting these pre-orders. This has been a month ago now, by the time you see this video. And I never got a notification about mine shipping. And I started looking, and then I got mine in the mail. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I remembered I used one of my alternate email accounts so I could get my 20% off to make this order. But these slips kind of feel weird. It's interesting. But they are the 4K of The Wailing, which is Japanese horror. Japanese or Korean? Korean. Anyway, The Wailing. Glad this got a 4K upgrade. The Blu-ray looked good, but it was kind of grainy and not the greatest in some parts. But The Wailing 4K. And then I also had to pick up The Man from Nowhere. If you have not seen this movie, this is probably in my top 5 Korean revenge movies. Very, very good. This guy's he just wants to be left alone. He runs this little bodega-like thing. This girl comes to visit him every day because she's got a crappy life. Her mom comes up missing. The girl comes up missing. And then that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, these slips, I don't know, they just feel weird. They are neat. They're spot gloss. So they're like a matte finish, but then they got spot gloss on them. So that's cool. So that's from Groove. 2 4K pre-orders. Glad to have these upgrades. Next, we got there ain't no batteries in this box from Best Buy. I'm actually surprised Best Buy sent this in the box, but I can tell you right now, I guarantee you there is, oh my God. I'm just going to eat my words. I was about to say, I guarantee this probably has no airbags or nothing in it, but I was 100% wrong. It had airbags. I know Best Buy's getting rid of their physical media probably after Q1, unless they change their mind. But if anybody has noticed here in the last month and a half, you can't find stuff on day of release. Pre-sales are selling out. They usually at 3 in the morning, you can find stuff on the website to order for in-store pickup. There has not been stuff in pickup. I'm still waiting for stuff in the mail from other places I've had to order from because Best Buy's just not stocking stuff anymore, or it's sold out. So I'm trying to figure out why that is. But I had to order this from Best Buy because mine did not have it in store. Point Break 4K. I was not going to buy this. I've never really cared for the movie, but I also haven't seen the movie since the early 90s. And I was on Jake from Steelbook Obsessed, his boutique talk about a month ago, and he talked about this upcoming. He said the Steelbook looks really, really nice. And I was like, man, I don't buy Steelbooks just because of the packaging. I do buy them because of the movie. But yeah, I looked at it, and I figured, what the heck? I'd give Point Break another shot. I picked up the Steelbook, and the Steelbook is awesome. We'll say it. So that's from Best Buy. And finally, Barnes & Nobles. I know I said I wasn't going to buy anything else from Barnes & Nobles, but there was a title I was looking for that Vin from Hard Copy Blues had brought up. It was not an in-store purchase item. I had to order it from online. So I did order it. And of course, while I was on there, I had some I'm checking this. This is supposed to be the 4K, but don't have the 4K sticker on there. Anyway, I had some stamps left over, some free money, so I went and ordered some other things. First thing, it's never had a Blu-ray release on the collection. It is spine number, I don't know. Anybody tell me? Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to see that. Anyway, it is Jigoku. It is a Japanese horror movie by Nobuo Nagagawa, the original Japanese horror classic. So I can't wait to check this out. Again, only on DVD. Figured what the heck, I would pick that up. I also picked up the new One False Move, spine number 1187. It's supposed to be a 4K. So let me open it up here on camera, because if you noticed, there is no 4K sticker on the front of this. It is the 4K. Good. So I did get the right one. But One False Move. I know this is a new release. I don't really know anything about it, but I seen that it had Billy Bob Thornton and Bill Paxton in it. And I was like, okay. So that got me into it. And then I read the synopsis of it, and it sounded really good. So I figured, what the heck, I would pick it up again. I didn't pay. I paid $5 for this, I believe. So by the time I used my bucks. Next, spine number 912. An Actor's Revenge by Kon Ichiwa. From 1963. It is a Japanese movie. And let me see here. Basically, it's about the Kabuki Theater, and basically this guy is trying to get revenge for his family, but it's an actor's revenge. I've never seen this before. It's never been in my store. Pretty much online only, it looks like, so I went ahead and picked that up. And finally, the movie that prompted this order. I did not know this was in the collection either until Vin had said something about it. Again, something I've never seen in my store. From 2018. I love both these actors. I don't know why I've never heard of this movie, but it's called Wildlife, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, which I know I mispronounced that, and Carey Mulligan. So don't know anything about it. Vin said he loved it. Me and Vin have similar taste when it comes to movies like this, so I figured what the heck, I would pick it up. But that's it. Quick movies, got me some records, nice little haul here. I ain't going to show off the records again, but let's get that elevator up. Point Break, Man from Nowhere, The Wailing, Wildlife, An Actor's Revenge, One False Move, and Jigoku, something like that. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking with me. Watch me open up some more crap. It's Ryan. Movies Ryan. Like I always say, until I see you again, have a fantastic night.